Welcome to Woke Mental Wellness Presents Windy City Nihilism. This is a debrief episode. While some cast members are mental health professionals, nothing in this episode or series should be construed or taken as medical advice. We speak to our lived experiences. If you have concerns, please contact someone in your care community and/or seek out an appropriate professional. No podcast can or should be used as a substitute for a relationship with a doctor, therapist, or other trained professional. Please also be aware that Talkback episodes cover a wide range of topics which may be hard for some listeners. Topics include, but are not limited to, suicide, death, depression, anti-Blackness, racism, sexism, transphobia, police, state-sanctioned murder, complicated relationships, sex and sexuality, hopelessness, financial anxiety, and strong language. Please take care of yourself as you listen, and remember, hope and resistance do best in community. Welcome, everybody. This is a Talkback episode. We just finished seal number 2. How's everyone feeling?
Air horn.
What in the Slay the Princess was happening here?
Oh my god.
Literally.
You said that in chat literally as my mind was thinking it. I was running to chat to fucking say this. Cause I was like, am I tweaking? Was it me?
Oh my goodness. Like, what the H, y'all? What the H? That was wild. Power friendship ass ending. Oh my god.
Yo.
Yeah. Tell the four deeply emotionally wounded and guarded people that the power of friendship is the answer, and they'll stand around like goddamn idiots trying to do it one by one.
Now, that being said, shout out to our DM for just being like, baby, let me help y'all because it's not clicking, okay?
Mm-hmm. Literally. It was giving if Johnny had 5 apples.
Oh my god.
Sonny, just land. Like,
Not if Johnny had 5 apples.
Like,
That's so...
I was like, damn, I'm embarrassed right now. Like, what is going on?
let's just some things. We had to confront some feelings. Like, here I was like, I thought going into this that Romero was gonna get the worst of it, but no, like this was like the easiest of the trials that we have been through so far. Everybody else was getting like clapped up, and Romero's just like, I mean, I don't like you or whatever, but it's fine. Like everybody else had to see like heartbreak and murder. I'm just like, oh no.
Romero rolled really well. Really well. I had other plans for you, but you just rolled too well.
You know something? I'm not upset about it. I needed a day off.
No, for real.
Woo! Child, listen.
I feel so bad for Alexis.
Do we want to discuss, I guess, all the things? But do we want to discuss the absolute horror, like the elements of horror that our DM decided to bring us today? Can we just talk about the horror that is the vindication of I felt something in my soul about how this was going to go as a Black person, and then seeing that happen in real time and having everybody come up to you singing slow songs and crying about stuff, and you having to be like, now I have to sit here and be sad because you were right and someone's dead behind the shit. Like, it feels like the end of Get Out, where your heart, like you see the police car come up and your heart drops, and you're just like, please don't let me be right about this.
Right. But it's the fucked up ending though, because like you were right in the end, you know? Fucking hate that. Yeah, this would be like, I knew this shit was gonna happen. I was like, ooh, these niggas gotta go.
And I said something that I say all the time is I understand why Cassandra lost her mind. right? Because to be able to see reality clearly and have everyone around you be like, no, that's not going to happen, or just
that's not what it is. Yeah.
The things, and then to have to see the thing that you tried to warn people about play out over and over again. Like, it's the reason why a lot of, I mean, just thinking about the last decade or so, a lot of organizers just disappear off the scene or just suffer some real serious mental health challenges because the stress and the grief and the anger, it like tears you up because you're trying to like warn people and you're getting brushed off or called dramatic or called bitter or saying you don't care about solutions or, you know, blah, 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 all these things. It takes a toll. And so I think definitely that was like, whew, that was a lot.
Yeah, full transparency, late last night, I sent a message to Sin. So Sin woke up to an email today or a DM today. And oh God, what did I say? It was something like, I need a list of the top 5 people that have betrayed Romero. And that's where this started. And then while we were recording, ended up, because of the failed tests, I ended up having to ask Imris what Janessa was afraid of. And kudos to Imris, they were straight up like that one of the kids in the program will be murdered by police. And we have a line against harming children. Mm-hmm. And so we obviously didn't, I didn't do that. And that's like, I aged the person up and everything. But yeah, no, I knew this was going to be quite heavy. I also think, and I didn't want it to be like basking in tragedy, because these are also really real things and such that happen. But I do think, I mean, I hope we walked that line of like, nah, man, we like, this is real shit. I think most of us have been to a protest for someone in our community where this has happened. And so I was towing a line there, because that was also just rough for me to play as the GM on the other side of that, and having to be like, okay, so what's the fucked up shit people say? We're gonna say it with our chest.
Kudos to you, because that is difficult as fuck.
I think we don't appreciate enough, like, when you have like a good GM, how a good and empathetic GM, how hard it can be sometimes for them to have to be the bad people.
It's hard to play a piece of shit. It's really fucking hard.
And I did not make it easy by being like, and this person's a police officer. I know that they were just like, yikes.
God damn it. Okay. So y'all, for real, yes, I sent the message. That's what Sin woke up to, because I'm evil. But Sin immediately fucking meets the moment with some shit where one person joined the police force and another person's trying to steal their shit after befriending them, and another person is fucking Anna 1.0, like the original build, and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, well, we like playing antagonists. I guess we're gonna stretch those muscles today, because wow.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling?
I love this table because things in the world are so fucked that, like, as heavy as this is, it's also just cathartic, because I know we're all on the same page about who's fucked up here, right? I know that there is no misunderstanding of who's the asshole or what part of things is the asshole, right? And that feels good. having that mutual community and being able to not only run a horror game that takes head on these experiences and politics, but also know that we're all on the same page about the tone that we want. We're all on the same page about being able to talk about things. We're all clocked in and here for it is amazing. And so like there's lots of emotions, but I'm good. This was intense in like a great way. And I think I'm hoping that Imris's computer will cooperate so that Imris can come back, because man, Janessa went through it.
No, for real. But she ate when she was telling them niggas off, though. I loved seeing that. And oh my God, you were gagging me with what Kevon was saying. I was like, oh, this motherfucker is mean. This nigga is mean.
No, just kind of like the most hateful fuck boy on the planet.
Yo.
Listen, so I know everybody is wondering, like, wait, was that the actual conversation? No, that was not the actual conversation. That's not what Kevon is like. But you all were up against a nightmare demon. Mm-hmm. And that's why you didn't really see much of the demon. There was just the, like, if you look around, you can find one or two things that are a little fucked up, that are just a little off. There's just a little sign, a little dark abyss swirl here, or things, because like literally it's just, oh, okay, so what's your nightmare? Let's see if we can get you vulnerable enough to then, like, you know, bite the hook.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, this is what I had the mute button for. I had to laugh, because imagine trying to fight a nightmare demon and you're just like, I am a well-adjusted person and a mental health professional who has dealt with grounding and processing things in real time. And this demon is just like, you know what? You should absolutely punch them in the face. And it's kind of like, I understand that is cathartic, but it is not healthy and I should not do it. I was having a time.
The demon being like, yeah, you should crash out right now. Like, it's so fucking tempting, honestly. Because, like, even just as a character.
Here's the thing, if that had been me, Gabri would have caught it immediately. That thing would have been run plus change. And 100%. Here is Janessa being like, I am a professional who works with children. I cannot be out here losing my temper like this. We shouldn't be doing this.
For me, baby, I'm going so low, I go to hell. Like, that demon would have had me. I cannot lie. I'm not there in my journey quite yet. And I'm not afraid to say that.
Y'all are on point. It's true, because, and I think this is one place where, like, honestly, I was trying not to laugh too, because it has that interaction sounded like so many conversations between me and my younger sister. Like, I am that, like, this is one area where, like, Janessa is very much like me. Like, I've never been in a physical altercation in my life. I don't fight ever. And no matter how angry I get, like, I've never fought anyone or, you know, anything like that. And so to be in this situation where someone's like, you should crash out, you should fuck them up, right? Like, what if you did cause them pain? And it's like, I do think about it. That's not to say I don't wish harm on people. Like, I be thinking about, like, this person deserves a fade, but am I gonna run it? No, that's not what I do. I am soft and squishy. And so fighting is not my vibe, you know, it's not in me to do that. And so it was just really funny in that moment.
You should have run that thing like it was the Boston Marathon, okay?
Because it's like, they do deserve it. And maybe I'll hire somebody to jump you later. But in this moment, I am not like, just get out my face. Like, when people piss me off, I'm very much like a just get out my face type person. Like, just get out of my face. I don't even want to hear what nothing you have to say.
To be real, what was really difficult about this seal in particular is like, we're so over time, we're so over budget, right? And so I'm over here trying to balance being true to the story and like acknowledging when y'all fail, that means you're gonna get pulled further away from the goal, right? And also be like, I need y'all to get this goddamn seal. And so I'm like, have a bonus die to physically assaulting this person.
Don't crash out here because we have an objective, right? We have somewhere to be, you know? And I think knowing going into this, right, that like when we left my grandma's house, right, we were already on day 6, you know, or 5, whatever day it was.
We were on day 6. Now you don't know what day you're on.
Exactly. And so it's like going into this, we knew like the clock is ticking, right? So it's like, I might want to crash out here again because I just crashed out, but I can't. I don't even care about these people. Like, there's a reason I haven't spoken to them, right? I haven't spoken to Amina in a year, and I haven't spoken to Ola in over 2 years until recently. Like, I don't care to engage with them, right? Like, they already broke my heart. And I know that I'm right. I've known this whole time that I'm right. So there would be no value to like entertaining this more deeply. Man, that was heartbreaking. That whole scene with the freaking police and the ambulance, that was
tough.
And then Alexis getting fucking dog walked emotionally by this troglodyte. I'm sitting here like, girl, stand up.
Like,
come on, you gonna let this person talk to you like this? Like, you gonna let this amateur photographer head ass just tell you any old thing about yourself? Like, fam, bro, I need you to get yourself together. Like, seriously, not you crying in the club over this person who won't even look you in the eye. Like, when they breaking up with you, don't even have the decency to look you in the face. Like, ugh, that was. Child.
I really want to ask Alexis, like, how did that actually go?
Yeah, I want to. So, of the Alexis and Ruin thing, I do want to ask, because there was something there, right? Like, Alexis was super on the cusp there of going possessed, and she looked at you and was like, I'm not mad, you were just doing your job. Which is basically what Ruin has been like, this is just what I'm supposed to do. And we saw Janessa reject that shit too. And I'm curious of like if Ruin clocked that at all, or if that landed for Ruin.
I think it did. I think Ruin is definitely like, I can't use that like as an excuse if like these are individuals that I genuinely care about. But it's definitely still very much too like, okay, if I'm not doing the thing that a demon is supposed to do, then what am I? Yeah. Does that make me like a bad demon? You know what I mean? And so, yeah. Yeah, I think Ruin will have to grapple with that feeling of kind of almost like hopelessness before they were able to bring Alexis out of that whole little space. That like that genuine fear that they felt at the thought of losing Alexis.
I say right now, Ruin is in his Good Omens Crowley arc. Right? Like, I'm a demon, but I love you. So is that allowed?
Right? Like, is this shit allowed? Is this okay?
And if it's not allowed, do we care?
Right.
Do we care what it means to be a good demon or a bad demon?
Put my little baby through it.
Well, yes, that is my job, to put everybody through it.
I love it.
I think that's a pretty solid juxtaposition to Romero's friend being like, oh, I only arrest people who are breaking the law, and like, you know, I'm doing the right thing, but within this context, and like breaking the law is, you know, bad. And Romero being like, you might be doing the right thing technically, but you're doing the wrong thing on the human level. So fuck you, right? And I think it's the same thing, you know, with Ruin. Like, yeah, not giving a fuck would probably be the right thing in the context of a demon, but in terms of the relationship you built, it's definitely not the right thing to just be like, I don't give a fuck.
Right. Very much that. I can't wait for next session because I'm curious just to see how these two interact afterwards.
Yeah. And you all you successfully got this seal. So now you have one seal left and number of days.
I'm dead.
Nah, me gonna have to go, you know, girl, Joanne, I got kidnapped by a trauma demon, girl. Like, you don't even know what I've been through. Right? Like,
oh, wait, y'all need a nap, don't you? Because I was about to say, we might as well just walk away from the cafe and go straight to the next place, but y'all might need a second.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to sleep. We gonna need to go to bed tonight.
I need me a little late night snack for sure.
What Ruin and Felix can tell you is that, like, these get harder as you go. Because the more you break, the more desperate. And so you're going back to this one, but it might not be the same as what it was when you got it the first time.
And considering how it beat our asses the first time.
Yo.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there was like an order of these things in terms of like their priorities for things. And that's gonna be a wild one, because here's the thing. I would also like to remind the audience, the first seal that we ran into was the one that I had the highest ranks in trauma over.
Talking about the fucking mirror demon? Oh shit, yeah, I think that's our last. Oh my god, that's our last fucking seal.
Yeah, it is. And also, the mirror demon was the lesser demon that was there. Y'all didn't figure out what the greater demon that you were fucking that you were going up against was.
We did not. Oh my god.
And there might be more.
Surely we're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it, audience. I'm sure we'll be okay.
Everything is fine and everything is awesome. Friendship is magic. We got this.
I know Blue's got a drop. I don't know if Sin, you and Imris wanted to say a little bit more before we end, but I wanted to give Blue a chance to fully outro here before you have to go. So if you want to go ahead and tell people who you've been, who you are, and where to find you if you want to be found.
Yes, it's been real, y'all. Thanks for having me. My name is Blue, pronouns they, them. You can find me on the internet streets as King V and as King with a Y and anywhere Batty Bards is. And thanks for today, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Blue. All right. Sin, you were saying.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that one was really hard. And that one was, oh, we're a duo. You know, like, I'm very curious about how this next one is going to go. And I probably should look up some things between now and whenever our next session is to be like, what happens when you break seals exactly?
Yeah, they get more desperate. Team Archdemon gets more desperate.
I don't know if they have, because I think for like each of the seals that you break, it's also like if this normally gives you malice die, you don't get malice die from having to deal with those things.
Yes. Because you resolve your traumas.
Do you know what the trauma that's left is? If I'm reading at this correctly, phobias.
Yes.
So I just want you to know whatever happens from here on. Lamia did it. It is not my fault.
Ooh, wait. So hold on. If this seal was the betrayal seal, does resolving this mean that Janessa has also resolved her betrayal trauma?
I'm gonna let you downgrade that so it's not the Malice diet used to be.
Interesting.
Also, fun fact that was not mentioned. I just want you to know, Emrys and Janissa, that I love you both. I did put a character on the list of people who betrayed me if we ran into them that used to work for my company and went to go work with Ola because they didn't get promoted the way they wanted to.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that person may still may still show up.
Sneaky.
But no, this is the thing I'm kind of sad about is y'all have made such interesting and rich characters, and like we've been able to fill out this world so much that I'm like, oh damn, we're not gonna get to play out all of these things and all of these relationships. But I also just it's been really nice to have this source of catharsis and like relief.
Real talk. I said this is one of my emotional support campaigns, right? Like, I need this to live in this world that we live in right now. It's so good though, but it's gonna be interesting if and when Janessa runs into Amina and Ola like again. Well, Amina for the first time, and if that happens, and then Ola just the next time they run into each other, because that's definitely going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I will say, as we get to the wrap of this, the thing that I'm going to be just a wee bit sad about is seeing things kind of go back to normal as the effect of the archdemon fades, but also what these characters are going to be like and how they're going to interact with the world with those traumas not hindering them in the ways that they do. Because what does that mean now? For one, it probably means Janice is going to have a long talk with her grandmother, but also what does work look like? What happens with Anna? I just got questions.
Yeah. And to be fair, we may never know.
And I suppose that's part of what makes it good, is that at least the characters made us care enough about them that we have the questions in the first place.
It's also that thing of, this is a really intense situation. Does it all stick? What if anything actually changes? Does letting go of pieces of betrayal mean, what does that actually mean for your relationship to yourself and that person? If anything,
I really like that moment, where Janessa's talking to Amina and is saying Amina's basically saying all you do is hold grudges and stay bitter and hold on to these things. And, Janessa's does me feeling some type of way about how someone's treated me, right? Just because I can agree that they did a nice thing doesn't mean that I have to be their best friend, right?
Yes.
Right? Me saying, okay, maybe we can have some kind of relationship now, even if it's just a professional one, does not mean that we have to be besties. We don't have to go back to the way things were. We're never going to go back to the way things were, because what you did still happened. And within that context of what does reconciliation mean? A lot of people think reconciliation means that you go back to the way you were before the harm happened. And that's not realistic, but it's what a lot of people expect, and why they get really entitled when people don't suddenly jump up and forget everything that they've done and want to go back to being the best of friends again. Sometimes it means that you're still on someone's shit list, even if they're allowing you some semblance of proximity to them, or they're willing to work with you on something, right? You still did damage to that person.
Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, and it does not mean that you get to go back into that person's life.
Exactly.
There are people who I have forgiven as far as I am not going to keep carrying that torch. I'm not going to give that energy, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. and I've forgiven myself, and I have acknowledged that they're human and humans are flawed and make mistakes and hurt people sometimes. But my God, those people will never be allowed in my life ever again. I wish them the best, but they're not. Like, I hope they heal. I do hope they change, but like, I won't be there for it.
Like, you could do all that over there.
And for me, it's like, I'm open to me changing and possibly changing my mind about that if I see enough proof of progress and decide to change my mind, but it can't be demanded or owed that happen.
And I think especially in situations where like sorry doesn't, like there's no amending what happened, right? And I think like there's that moment where, you know, Amina and Ola are there and they're like, oh my God, you were right. Like, you know, we should have listened to you. And Janice is like, Alex is still dead, right? Like, your sorry doesn't change the fact that he's dead now, right? So I don't, like, you could say sorry as much as you want and you can change and grow in the future, but he's still going to be dead. And so I think there's that recognition that like there are some betrayals and some harms that sorry can't fix, that acknowledging that you were wrong does not correct. And you might just have to live with the consequences of the harm that you did forever because there is no way to fix it.
Yeah.
And you still have to be willing to be better anyway, even if you're always going to have that as something that you've done in your life.
Yeah. Because also, like, saying you're sorry is not the same as repair.
Exactly.
And what repair looks like depends situation by situation. And I do think that that's something that we don't talk about enough. And I think that the, like, Christian evangelicalization of society has really fucked us over in that way, because people are like, well, Jesus forgives my sins, so nothing else matters. And it's like, that's spiritual bypass. That is a religious fucking brush over if I've ever seen one. You are still in a society, in a community, and that's wild to be like, well, Jesus forgives me, so fuck you. Like, what?
Yeah, it's like Jesus is not here, right? Like,
well, I mean, as
Jesus doesn't have to live with you every day.
I already have a hat on for those of you who are watching at home. I'm going to put on my chaplain hat, right? Even if we're just going by the text, people were just, you know, Jesus kind of like, okay, you know what? Forgiven. But then immediately, every single time that happens, in that book, the very next sentence is, and then that person went back and made amends in the following material ways. They gave people their money back that they stole. They gave back land that they took, even if it was according to the rules because it was wrong to do. They gave things to the poor and the needy around them. Like, if y'all are gonna use a book to justify trash ass behavior, I promise that's not the one, because that one will get you together every single time. Like, what are we talking about? Like, y'all are just, the things that people do, and mind you, in a time of Christian nationalism and all this other stuff and nonsense and things, I am like, I cannot believe that y'all are reading a book where there is at least 2 chapters dedicated to this whole thing, where in wrath, right, the writers are just like, God said, I'm not even trying to hear your offerings. Like, everything that you have ever said sounds like absolute gibberish and nonsense and is distasteful to me, because y'all are walking past widows and orphans who need your help to come over here and like make a big deal about how cool you are. Go outside and do the thing I actually put you here for. What the fuck are you doing? Every time. What are y'all talking about?
And for anybody who wants to be like, well, but that was the Old Testament and we're Christians of the New. I'm like, Jesus flipped tables of bankers for being corrupt. They still had to atone for what they did. Your entire belief system is that people were so bad that you still have to do a thing and live a certain way and beg forgiveness. But y'all will be the same people out here that are like, why can't you just let it go? It was 50 years ago. Like, honey, if you're gonna read a book, read the fucking book.
The actual words, read them and internalize it.
I need you to read the actual book that you want to claim, because I can tell y'all haven't. I can tell a lot of folks haven't, and it shows in who y'all uphold. Because if you had read that book and understand it the way that you claim to understand it, there's no way we would be able to be where we are, right? Y'all want to claim a book and then hold up a myriad false idols and wonder why things are going wrong.
Y'all are literally going to build that man a bronze statue.
It's wild. And, you know, I think I'm just thinking about that scene between Amina and Janessa where, you know, Amina's like, oh, you're really gonna, you know, shun me for trying, you know, to do something different. And Janessa's like, I'm shunning you for being false, right? For being fake, for saying one thing and then turning around and doing something that's so diametrically opposed in terms of morals and values. Like, you say this and then you literally do that and you wonder why, like, I can't jive with that, you know? And I think that within this larger context, there's a lot of rationalizing. Oh, well, I have to do this or I have to do that. And it's like, oh, well, someone's going to do it. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of choices we can make in life, but do you have to make them? Like, did you have to make them, right?
Yeah.
Mina saying, oh, I'm doing what I can. Actually, you can do a lot besides the thing that you did, but you chose the thing that you chose because you value certain things, money, you know, status, salary, associations, whatever it was, right? You chose the easy way out. And then you're claiming that you actually chose the hard way and that life is so hard for you. Wow. You know, it's like, you got to have a sense of genuineness. And I think it's in a society like the one that we're in, that people who choose to live in values aligned ways are often looked at as contrary or difficult because they're not taking what is people perceive as a productive path, when the truth is that productive just means it fits within the status quo, right? Like, oh, you're not accepting donations from the police. You must not really care about the kids having what they need, because if you did, you would accept these donations. And it's like, well, I want them to have what they need, but I don't want them to get those things from literally the devil. Like, that doesn't make me difficult. That just makes me principled.
Yeah. And it's also, right, like, so I've, in the last couple of years, have had some experiences both professionally and in tabletop. And it's also just like, folks will legitimately just be afraid of when you live your values. Even if you are clear and you're like, I'm not holding you to this standard, but this is just my standard for myself. Please let me know if this thing happens. Like, please don't obfuscate shit if I fucked up. Tell me I fucked up. And people will lose their shit over that. I lost friendships and got kicked out of a game because of my standard of accountability for myself. Because it made someone else feel bad about themselves. And I'm just like, I can't do anything about that. Like, how you feel about you and that you're intimidated by my standard for me when I tell you that I'm not holding you to that standard, that it's just my preference is that I be told if I fucked up, is wild. And it's so common. And especially in nonprofit, like, folks who are and especially right now with the government pressuring people, there was a nonprofit that there's a news story. I think I saw it yesterday of an organization that turned down $250K because they wanted to keep their DEI initiatives and they didn't want to be able to be pressured by the government. And so they turned down $250,000 federal dollars. And it's wild to me, having worked at an organization and in part had to leave / get kicked out of an organization, because I'm like, that's bad money. Like, don't take money from those people. And now that we are where we are, it's not a hypothetical anymore. And you get called alarmist for being like, that's bad money. Like, not all money is good money. Like, what if you get pressure? What if they don't like what we're saying and they try to leverage that and people will call you alarmist? Well, now look where we are.
And like, here's the thing. Keep in mind, as we say this, it's the idea of being a whole black ass person for one, but being called alarmist about things that have decades at a minimum of documented history about this is exactly how this goes every time y'all do that shit. Every single time, people will be like, for just normal video game companies, right? Hey, we have to be careful about which venture capital group we get involved with, because if they decide they don't like the direction of the game, or we're doing things a little bit too spicy or whatever, they might make us have to change the whole thing or redo characters or take out whole plot lines. Same thing with television, movies, and everything else. So why do we somehow feel as a nonprofit org where we're trying to help people, where, as Romero points out in the game, y'all will put people in jail for just trying to feed hungry people on the street and give them water?
Yep.
That's a society that we exist in, where Alami is talking about this. And then these people go, but surely they're not, but surely we're going to be an exception to like what has been a functioning rule for centuries at this point. Bitch, where? Child, that goes back to the Church of England. What are we talking about?
Yep.
That being said, I'm glad that we just get to get these things out when we're talking about stuff, playing these games.
Well, and you know, that's why after each recording session, so after folks hear 3 to 4 episodes, there's then an episode like this, because, you know, we're playing games because games are super helpful for us and we value them. And in this case, we are very pointedly playing a game where there's a point, and we're not this campaign is not subtle. If you want a subtle campaign, I don't know how you've listened this far. We're like at the end. This is not subtle. It was never meant to be subtle. Like, this is bludgeoning you over the head with the point, because that's what we're living. We've been screaming the point for years and no one wanted to listen. And now here we are. And everybody's shocked Pikachu face about it.
Except for the black people doing line dances at brunch.
Yeah.
And it's the way people can be like, how can you celebrate at a time like this? How can you have parties at a time like this? How can you do blah, blah, blah at a time like this? Because it's always been a time like this for me. You're the one who just showed up. But I've already figured out how to live in this world because I haven't been denying reality. So I can celebrate my birthday, and I can celebrate the birth of my nieces and nephews, and I can take a vacation to celebrate graduation, and I can go to a party and dance a line dance with my friends because I've been doing the work the whole time. I don't have to play catch up. You have to put everything in your life on hold now to play catch up because you feel guilty about everything that you've been denying. But that's not me, baby. So, sorry.
The truth is if they were paying attention, they wouldn't have to put things on hold, because they would know that's also not helpful. That's how we get this disillusionment and despair movement cycle, right? Like, because folks are like, oh God, something's happening. And then they go all in and then they burn out. And then they ignore it and then they feel bad. And then we do this roller coaster all over again. And I think what's really important is you have to build your capacity, and you have to know how to walk and chew gum at the same time. I don't have to look away in order to play this game and feel joy with my friends. I don't have to compartmentalize the fact that people are dying this moment. I don't have to ignore the fact that there is a protest going on the Capitol steps today in DC, or that, you know, there is still a genocide in Congo and Palestine, and situation in Sudan is getting worse, right? Like these things, when you have capacity and you do have community and joy, is it overwhelming? Fuck yes, it is. And also, though, it doesn't mean I have to stop my life. Now, taking a pause and resting is important. But again, even my rest is in context. I'm not compartmentalizing while I'm resting. My rest is acknowledged. My rest and my joy are acknowledged as part of the fight and part of the resistance, right? Like, they cannot take my joy and they cannot take my rest because I refuse to be sucked into joylessness.
Indeed.
And that's in a lot of cases the realest battle there is.
Truth. Because we're easier to control when we're depressed and isolated.
I saw that theme there, by the way.
I'm not subtle.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I see you. Okay.
Before we end, do you want to say a little bit more? Because no one said anything about it till now. And I'm proud of myself.
No, I mean, I was just sitting here just like, right, so everybody gets to the counter. It's kind of like, you can get here when everyone's here. Okay, bye. And it's kind of like, you know, the first way that the trauma manifests itself, and I guess very common to betrayal for fairness, is everybody walks in and then is immediately separated from people because, you know, being consumed by like their own personal feelings of betrayal and things, and having to like see all this stuff unravel and trying to, like, in our case, literally find each other through it while trying to navigate it. That was important in kind of reaffirming we're still friends, even if terrible things prior have happened to me, is a thing. And that was real, having to be like, you know, for the briefest of moments where you can come up for air, the friends that you're making are visible to you. And then being like, I need to try to reach out for them while these moments are here. And like, even if that means we also have to get involved in each other's mess a little bit sometimes, that's a whole thing.
Because going off of, because I watch a lot of Draft Out, like, technically, you were all there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Any last thoughts before we end this?
I hope y'all are considering the climate that we're in, I hope that y'all are listening to these games and taking their lessons to heart, especially if you're listening to these talkbacks and things.
All right. Let's outro. Sin, tell them who you've been, who you are, where they can find you if you want to be found.
Today, I have been Romero Marcus, your resident they, he. I am Sinziak, your resident he, they. Places that you can find me: Twitch, Blue Sky, other places, but I'm not there quite as often. And quality rants on Thursdays about the tech industry, on Tech Talk Thursdays with Major Linux and crew, if you happen to tune into those things. And I suppose also here while you're listening to this, wherever you happen to be listening to it.
Emrys.
Hello. I am Emrys. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me on Blue Sky at The Dragon Emrys, or on Tumblr at The Dragon Emrys, or here listening to Windy City Nihilism.
And hi, I'm Cassie, also known as Lamia, and I've been your no good, very bad guy. Hi, I've been your nightmare. You can find me on a scavenger hunt. It's Intersections CCH on Blue Sky, Intersections LLC on Instagram, and other places based on my bio link if you want to find me. And Mental Lamia on Twitch. Yes, I do have a Twitch. And then, of course, Woke Mental Wellness podcast, wherever you pod your casts. And this has been Woke Mental Wellness presents Windy City Nihilism. And remember, resistance and revolution go much, much, much better when you are in a community and not isolated. We all go through a lot of things, but it all works better if you look around and find the people that you can reach out to and who reach back for you. Take care, everybody. Bye. Thank you for listening to Woke Mental Wellness presents Windy City Nihilism, a 12 Inner Demons homebrew podcast. This podcast has been made possible in part thanks to a grant from Diversity Saves. Episodes are edited by Marissa Ewing of Hemlock Creek Productions. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a review and tell your friends. If you want to help financially, you can visit the Woke Mental Wellness Ko-Fi listed in the show notes. Take care, and remember, hope and resistance do best in community.